Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I have this 2021 Ford Bronco Sport Badlands. I filmed every single trim level of the Bronco Sport so far except for this one. So I wanted to show you guys the Badlands trim. So coming to the front here, you can see you have LED turn signals, LED accent lighting going around the headlight too, LED projector headlights, LED projector fog lights. And then since this one is a Badlands, you get the front tow hooks. So that's cool. I think it does have some skid plates underneath, if I'm not mistaken. This color is Agate Black Metallic. You also get that cool white lettering on the grille, and there's also a front camera with a washer. That's pretty cool. Coming over here to the side, you have these more off-road oriented tires, and it also has an off-road suspension. So I think this one does sit up a little bit higher than a normal Bronco. These tires are 225/65 R17s. You can see it has a pretty cool tread pattern on there. Not anything crazy, but it's more than just a regular street tire. You also get your Badlands logo on the side. You can always tell Badlands because it's orange. So if you see an orange logo on the side, you already know it's a Badlands. And let's just look at the side profile here. Very similar to a first-gen Escape. Coming up to the mirrors here, it is a black plastic cover. I don't think any of them come with painted mirrors. No puddle lights on this one, and then you do have the blind spot monitoring. The door handles are also black plastic, and you do get smart key access, so you just pull right there to unlock, and then you hold right here to lock it. If you look up here, you can see the cool roof design. This one does not have a sunroof. All right, looking at the back here, you get LED surrounds on the taillights, but just standard bulbs for the turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. Tailgate, you can see it does have the white Bronco lettering right there. You get a backup camera, and then you do have a button to open up just the glass, or you can open up the whole entire tailgate. And you also get LED license plate lights. Give you guys one last little side profile here before we check under the hood. All right guys, just pop the hood here. And this is the best part of the Badlands, in my opinion, is this 2-liter engine, because you can only get the 2-liter on the Badlands and the first edition. And the first edition is a limited edition, so basically only the Badlands. So this engine alone is worth upgrading to the Badlands. And there's quite a bit of room in here. That's kind of interesting. You can see like way into the fender well. But I'll throw the power numbers on the screen as well as the MPG rating. You get a little hood liner right there, but it does have a prop rod, unfortunately. But this is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. All right, get ready to hop inside here. It does, sorry for the dirt. It did rain on this car, but you get the Ford keyless entry pad. Looking at the door panel here, it is soft touch on the upper portion and also soft touch where you rest your arm. All of the windows are automatic up and down, even for the back, so that's really nice that they included that. And if you look over here, you have a little Bronco sill plate, and you have a 8-way powered driver seat. And this cloth is actually a really nice soft cloth. You can see looking down here, the Badlands does come with the plush floor mats, so they feel really nice. No power steering column because you can't get that on any of them. Here's your little lighting controls, but let's go ahead and hop inside. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start it up. You can see right there it has the nicer gauge cluster because the Badlands does come with the nicer, oh, okay. Looking at the steering wheel design, it looks just like the Escape steering wheel design, but it does have the Bronco logo. And since this one doesn't have the upgrade Badlands package, you don't get the leather steering wheel. But the plastic one feels okay, but I would much rather have the leather steering wheel. But looking in the center here, you do have the 8-inch Sync 3.4 screen, all your audio controls, and since it is a Badlands, you do get the front camera with the washer on it, so that's really nice. You look down further, there's all your climate controls. You have heated seats and automatic climate control, but it isn't dual zone. And then looking down here, you have 2 USBs. No ambient lighting on this one. And then this is nice and soft. And if you open this up, you have 2 additional USBs in there, so that's really nice. You have the turn dial, gear shifter, your parking brake, auto hold, and you do have 7 go over any terrain modes. Hold on, let's see if you can focus. Okay, here we go. So you have slippery, sport, eco, normal, mud ruts, sand, and rock crawl. So it does come with some additional modes because it is a Badlands. So I like that they included that. Then looking over here at the glove box, no light, but it does have a decent amount of storage in there. And by the way, there was no light in this one either. And looking up top here, it is just a standard mirror. It isn't auto dimming, but you do have LED lighting for the inside. Also a sunglass holder. And like I mentioned earlier, no sunroof, but it does have a tan headliner. And there's a whole bunch of headroom in this car, so you don't ever have to worry about headroom. Because I'm really tall, and it's no problem for me. You do have illuminated vanity mirrors. I just thought I'd quickly show you guys the gauge cluster. You can go through a few different options. You can select different screens, settings, all that good stuff. But I'm just going to leave it on that one right there. And it has all the information you need right there like that. All right, just wanted to quickly show you guys the back seat. It is hard touch, unlike the front, but it is soft right here. You do have some storage with a cup holder. Back seat space is not a lot. And by the way, I forgot to mention the floor liners are rubber on Badlands. But you do have these nice carpeted mats still, like I mentioned earlier. But it is a pretty comfortable back seat, aside from the legroom isn't all that great. But then you do have a fold down center armrest, 2 air vents, and you have a house power outlet. So that's really nice back here. There's one last little look at the back. All right, now I want to quickly show you guys the trunk here. So click the door. Isn't power, unfortunately. I don't think any of the Broncos you can get a power tailgate, but you do have these really cool floodlights, which you can turn on by pressing this button. But there's quite a bit of room back here, and I like that it's kind of a utilitarian cover back here. You can lift this up. Oh, I didn't know it lifts up the whole thing like that, but you have a spare tire in there and so a little bit of storage. And then you also have a light with a little Bronco logo. And then since this one is a Badlands, you do get the house power outlet back here and then also 12 volt. All right, let's take this Bronco Sport for a spin. And excuse the sun glare, I'll try to avoid showing you guys the sun glare. The transmission seems to be smooth so far. I hate this time of day when the sun is shining in your eyes. I do like these paddle shifters on the steering wheel. I'm not sure if the lower end ones have that. I don't believe the base has that, but I could be wrong on that one. But I do like being able to choose your gear if you need to. I like how you can see the little bumps in the hood, and you can kind of see how it's like straight out and it ends at the end like that. So I like the way that looks. But we're about to turn onto the street. We'll do a little bit of a moderate throttle, see what happens. It's all-wheel drive, so you don't get any wheel spin. Oh yeah, very smooth and very quick. Okay, we're at our stop sign, so let's go ahead and put it in sport mode to see how the acceleration's like. And there we go, sport mode. Turn back on the auto start stop, and we're gonna wait for these cars to go. Okay, we're not gonna do anything crazy, but let's see how it is. Ooh. Yeah, the 2-liter really does pull really nicely. It's an impressive little engine, that's for sure. Well, I guess technically in the Bronco Sport, it's the big engine. Does some downshifts too, which is pretty cool. And I like the throttle response. It really kicks in the turbo when you can really feel when the turbo kicks in. Which some people might like that and some people might not, but I think it's kind of adds to the character of a turbo engine is when you get to feel it kick in. See how it goes over this bump. Okay, fairly decent. Okay, after waiting at the stoplight for 10 years, we're about to see how this Bronco is. Let's dip into some throttle here. Oh, wow. It's pretty fast. See how it handles this corner here. I probably hit that corner a little faster than I should have, but it handled it pretty good. But yeah, this engine's pretty good. Let's put it back in normal here, because it's kind of keeping gears and stuff, so let's put it back in normal mode. See how that is. Let's dip in some throttle with normal. Yeah, it gives you a lot of torque around that 3,000 RPM range. And the steering actually feels really nice on these. Let's go back onto this street here. And we'll just accelerate like we're accelerating normally. Like just normally accelerating. Yeah, when you're normally accelerating, the transmission is actually pretty smooth. Because sometimes the 8-speed can be a little bit jerky, but it's actually pretty smooth when you just, when you're just kind of leisurely cruising. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my quick little review. Please like and subscribe if you did. Follow me on Instagram, link in the description. And I'll see you guys in the next one.